The Essence of Ribhu Gita. Preface. The Ribhu Gita forms the sixth section of the Sanskrit work known as Siva Rahasya. It is the teachings of Lord Shiva in Mount Kailash to his devotee Ribhu, from whom the Gita derives its name. The Ribhu Gita was translated into Tamil verse by a Brahmin Vedic scholar of high repute, by name Bhikshu Shastri, who was also an accomplished scholar in Tamil. He translated the work under the name of Ulaganatha Swami, and because of his efforts, attained renowned fame among the Tamil devotees of Shiva. The Tamil version is a free translation of the original Sanskrit text, consisting of 1924 verses of such scintillating brilliance that Bhagwan Sri Raman Maharshi recommended its recital as a strong support for spiritual sadhana. He used to say that the recital itself leads to spontaneous abidance in the self. The book presented herewith consists of 122 verses from the original Tamil work. Being a free translation into English prose, conveying the essence of the original rather than a mere mechanical word for word translation, reading of this English text alone will not be complete unless it is supported by vigorous sadhana with the help of a realized teacher who has obtained firm abidance in Shiva self by the life of devotion to the Lord Shiva. This aspect is stressed in some of the verses selected. It is the earnest hope and prayer of the translator that after reading this English text, devotees all over the world would make the pilgrimage to Tiruvannamalai and complete their sadhana in the immediate presence of Lord Arunachal Shiva and Sadguru Ramana, enshrined in his Samadhi in Sri Ramanasharam. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. The essence of Ribhu Gita. To Shiva. Salutations to the Supreme Lord Shiva, the pure awareness in the sky of consciousness in the heart, by meditation on whom Ganesha, Guha, Mother Shakti, who is the embodiment of Shiva's grace, and myriads of devatas, saints, and devotees have attained their cherished goal. To Nataraja, from the sky of consciousness of the heart springs forth the dancer Nataraj with his blissful consort, freedom, devotees who are thus liberated forever. Unto that Ananda, Natesh, we do render our devout salutations. To Ardhanarishwara, unto that form whose left half is the mother of all manifestation and whose right half is the father of the same, the jingle of the gems enclosed within the hollow golden anklet of whose foot is the source of all scriptures, and whose three eyes, fire, sun, and moon, are the illuminants of the universe. To that form be our devout salutations. May that divine form ever be our protection. To Shiva, Shakti, Vinayak, and Shanmukha. Salutations to Shiva, the Lord of the universe of infinite power. To Sat Chit Ananda Shakti, the Mother of the universe. To Vinayaka, the dispeller of all impediments to freedom. And to Shanmukha, the Satguru, who dispenses to his worthy devotees the divine wisdom of Shiva, self leading to salvation. The essence of Ribhu Gita. The following verses constitute the teachings of Shiva to Ribhu, who in turn transmits those teachings to his disciple Nidaga Rishi. The treatise goes by the name Ribhugita. The universe was neither born, nor maintained, nor dissolved. This is the plain truth. The basic screen of pure being awareness, stillness, devoid of all the moving shadow pictures of name and form of the universe, is the sole eternal existence. Some may argue that this universe of duality, multiple existences, is a factual second reality, clearly seen by the senses, operated by the mind. But then, are the senses anything apart from the mind? Can they function without the support of the mind in which they are embedded? What is this mind except a bundle of thoughts? What are thoughts except evanescent ripples in the still, limitless ocean of pure being awareness self, which is the sole existence without a second? The existence of the illusion of silver in the mother of pearl is not a reality apart from the reality of the mother of pearl, which is the basic reality. The illusion of the universe is based on the mind, which again is an illusion based on the still awareness, being self. In the unitary, undifferentiated, still ocean of existence, awareness, self, body, senses, mind, intellect, and jivas are nothing but evanescent ripples, not apart from that soul self. The universe of name and form, the embodied creatures and their creator, mind, desire, karma, and misery, and everything other than the self are merely thought formations projected by the power of the self on the screen. The state of firm abidance in that thought free, alert awareness, self, constitutes integral perfection, yoga, wisdom, moksha, sahaj samadhi, the state of Shiva, and the state of Atma, self, which scriptures proclaimed by the title of Brahman. There never was a mind, nor any of its countless forms like world, jivas, etc. There isn't the least doubt that all these are the form of the eternally undifferentiable Supreme Brahman Self. This is the truth. The one who hears this great secret diligently and understands completely abides as Brahman Self.